Welcome to Bind Unequip, episode 350 on the 14th of March 2025. I'm Wemb, and with me as always is Tempest. Hey Temp.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. Before we get into the fun stuff, one serious and sad update. We mentioned last episode that our guild member and friend Conti, aka Jason, had been diagnosed with an aggressive cancer. And thanks to everyone who sent well wishes to Jason. Sadly, since then, he's lost his battle and passed away quite suddenly, which was a huge shock to us and the guild. He'll be truly missed and will be remembered as a funny, generous guy who was willing to help anyone with anything. He got up in the middle of the night twice a week for many years just to be able to raid with us, and he was very involved in participating in our podcast and also this recent YouTube incarnation of Bind Unequip. He was always prepared to contribute opinions and be involved, which was really appreciated. When he first joined us, he was also raiding in a much more serious guild and was able to offer strategies and assistance, but eventually preferred just to raid with us. He had a wicked sense of humour, and our guild will always joke about how add-ons give your computer viruses thanks to him. He was also instrumental in instituting the idea of taking a drink anytime someone mentioned looking for raid mode, which led us to just saying cheers, or referring to it as cheers mode. He was always eager to chat about great prestige TV shows and loved all sorts of music and movies, and we will miss him a lot.
We will miss him a lot. I don't really have anything more to add. That's really all-encompassing, but I think I am at this stage still processing the shock that in a 10-day period we went from him not feeling very well and having a cold to being in hospital, to a serious diagnosis, to him being gone. And I know everyone in our guild and our raid team was just as shocked, and we're all sad to lose someone. And of course, to lose him so suddenly was just a bit hard to process. We will miss you, Conti, and your sense of humour. And I think the thing that I liked about Conti the most was he was happy. Like, we could share our very Australian perspectives on world news and world politics, and then he would ask us about things that were going on in our side of the world too, which was, it was nice. I think sometimes Americans tend to be a bit insular and don't really notice the world outside of America, and it was nice that, he would ask us about what was going on, and whether the perspective from the outside was the same as the inside.
He would always check with us, how does this work with you guys? Here's how it works here.
Yeah, so,
all that sort of stuff.
He was asking us about Raygun, like seriously, is that the best? Was that like someone taking the piss? What was happening there? And, just things like that. And I miss that. And
there's a ton of sadness about it in our guild, and I'd just say to all of our guildies, yes, it's very sad, but just hold on to those fun memories and what he was really like. Don't lose sight of that. Yeah. He would be telling us get on with it.
Yeah, he would.
So we'll move on. This week we've got a couple of games, stuff about us, stuff you've said, stuff about Season 2.
Lots to get through.
So let's take it in-game. The vibe check of the expansion, 3 truths and a lie.
Here we go.
By the way, if there's a content creator who does great clickbait style headings, tell me in the comments. I need some more.
Comment.
It's very hard. So let's move it into 3 truths page for this week. And I'll reveal to you that from Bellula we have the war within ending will be huge.
Okay.
From Soul So Breezy, we have reactions to Undermin'd. They love it, they hate it.
That seems like a fairly reasonable headline.
From Taliesin and Evertel, New Goblin Law finally takes the race seriously.
What?
And lastly, from Mr. GM, how to reach Exalted with the secret 5th Goblin Cartel.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking the new
One of
Goblin,
those.
New Goblin Law finally
did I not
takes the
explain
rest.
how it works?
Oh, did you not?
Where is that? Have I deleted that?
Maybe.
I must have deleted it. So these are 4 headings from these content creators. One of them, though, is pure whim.
It's pure whim. And I've got to figure out. And so far, right
By the
now
way,
we're...
cheers.
Oh, yes. Cheers. Wind down Friday. Hang on. We've got a cheers in a screen. Like right now we're
I'll
cheersing.
come over to you.
Cheersing in the void. Did you cheers? Come on. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bubba Theo will be very impressed with that cheers.
He loves a good cheers. Yes. So 4 headings. One of them, totally false.
Okay. Reactions to Undermined, they love it, they hate it, seems very reasonable.
Does it?
Yep.
All right. Well, if you say so.
Taliesin and Evertell, New Goblin Law finally takes a race seriously. I don't know about that. I don't know about that at all.
Okay.
How to reach Exalted with the 5th Secret Goblin Cartel. Do they just mean the overall one? Like, what?
No.
I think that's could be
I haven't watched that one yet.
crap.
If it's a real one.
Yeah, all right, just made that up.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to go with the War Within's ending will be huge.
Why is that?
Well, that's way too positive. But you could be suckering me in that.
Bell's been quite positive this expansion.
Yeah. Yep. So...
I mean, we know that's subject to change at any moment.
Yeah, as soon as everyone else gets to play what he can play.
But is it too obvious that I would give him a positive headline?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like you're suckering me.
Just to, reel you in.
Yeah. I'm actually going to go with the 5th Secret Goblin Cartel.
From Mr. GM?
From Mr. GM.
You think there's no secret 5th Goblin Cartel?
Well, I know that there's an overarching... I know there's the 4 ones.
That's not a cartel, though.
And there's the overarching...
That's like just goblins.
But yeah, so I don't know about the 5th Goblin Cartel. I think that could
Are you locking that one in? What is the score? Have you been...
I think we're 2-2.
2-2.
It's a big
There's a
stakes.
tiebreak.
Big
Okay.
stakes. Yes, I'm going to lock that in, although Taliesin and Evertell, seriously, if they think that's serious, that's terrible. That's terrible. I feel like that's quite clickbaity.
Well, I think they're just saying that they're not like the comedy, not so much the comedy race anymore.
Right.
Not the butt of all the jokes.
Right.
There's a bit more to them.
Right. Oh,
Sort
possibly.
of fleshed them out.
Yeah. No, that sounds reasonable. Yeah. I'm sticking with Mr. GM.
Mr. GM?
Locking it in.
I can reveal to you
Lock it in, Eddie.
that pure Wembley is Taliesin and Evertell.
I was so close.
3-2. 3-2, my friend.
Damn it.
Are you two?
Yeah, I think so. I was definitely 2. I was 2-zip at one stage. I was like smashing it.
All right, let's go back to our normal screen. Delves. Now I've added just a bit of stuff in because I didn't want to talk about delves and then talk more about delves in the news.
Yeah, that's fair.
So most existing delves have new variants now.
Which we've seen.
The rotation of bountiful delves has been changed to add one more variation per week. Instead of one delve per zone being bountiful each week, now all delves will be cycled through before a delve is bountiful again, which I think people were asking for because it was just being the same ones over and over.
Yeah.
The tier progress has been reset. Everyone started at tier 4 again.
Yes.
There's a new nemesis, the Underpin, with his own challenge delve, and you unlock the quest line to learn all about him from Brann in the little delvey area.
In the little hut next door to the inn.
Brann is continuing, of course, to accompany us in Season 2. He retains his level from moving Season 1 to Season 2, but his new maximum level is 80. And if you didn't get to 60 in the first season, you'll find that experience has been adjusted to let you reach 60 more quickly, which we haven't, which is crazy.
Are we not?
No, for the amount of delves we've done, he's about 57, I think, with us.
He's definitely at least 57. Interesting. Okay. All right.
So,
I can't believe that. I can't believe he's not maxed out. Anyway, and he's also got
now he's got a tank spec.
Which I thought people were complaining about, but I saw today they're going to nerf it. He's too powerful.
Is he?
Yeah.
He wasn't too powerful when we did it.
As tank? No.
Anyway.
No, he was not. Not good at holding aggro,
so
I'd say.
So about delves, the 2 new ones, Excavation Site 9 and Side Street Sluice,
Yes.
are pretty good fun.
Yes.
We've only done them once each, although I've done one of them twice.
Mm.
We worked our way up to tier 11 so we can get the good crests.
Yes.
Now, what we were talking about behind the curtain before, you can at least go out and do the delves because I've done them on an alt. So you can go out there.
Yeah, but
you can do delves.
Yeah, but we don't want to do delves on our alt.
No, I'm just saying without unlocking. Remember we were talking
Yes.
about what
Yes.
gets unlocked
Yes.
if you haven't finished the campaign, which we haven't.
No. Well, we've got it. Well, no, don't that anyone could have finished the campaign until this week because you can't have killed Gallywix
Well,
yet.
you can if you're like in an elite rating group. That just
Was Gallywix open last
blew
week?
through. Yes,
Oh,
on normal
Okay.
and heroic
Right.
and mythic.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, and we've worked our way up to tier 11 so we can get the good crests happening.
So a couple of things that I noticed. The delves were noticeably harder.
Sort of.
Well, I think 7 and 8, we were surprised at how hard they
On
were.
our mains, we didn't really struggle. We went right up to 11, which we haven't done before.
7 and 8 were harder. And then I noticed 9, 10 and 11 were significantly harder, but obviously we hadn't had practice with those. But
And I was trying
doable,
to, I was trying to do them in DPS spec, which
yeah, that also did not
not
work.
as robust as when I'm a tank.
So yeah,
Anyway.
so that was good.
So they're good.
They are good. And like all of the delves with the new incarnation is like doing a whole new thing, so that's fun.
Yep. New directions and new mobs and new objectives, just good fun. Dungeons and Mythic Plus, Operation Floodgate, oh my god.
So we thought we would, for in our Mythic Plus group, we thought that what we would do is smash out a few zeros so that we could refamiliarise ourselves with the current dungeons, but also like the new new
crop of-
rotation,
yeah.
but the current dungeons, and then also take a look at the old dungeons
That
what
have
do they
been
call
added
those?
into Season 2.
That have been added into Season 2 that may have been modified.
Like Motherload, etc.
Yes, that may have been modified.
Yep.
And that was a really great thought until an hour
Until
and a
we
half.
tried to start with Operation Floodgate,
Yes.
which a lot of people have said is probably the hardest one.
Yes, an hour and a half it took us to get. I mean, we got it.
We didn't. Yeah, we didn't
We did
really
get
know
it.
what we were doing.
No, we didn't. That's right. We didn't know what we were doing, and we did have to learn it.
We carried on our time on a tradition of not looking anything up until we were really starting to get killed a lot.
But yes, so needless to say, we only did one.
Did the one and said, that's enough.
It's bedtime. Thank you. We were cooked.
Rating, Liberation,
Also, did I mention I hate goblin zones?
that's coming up.
No, I hate goblin zones. I
Sure.
hate that instance as
Thank
well.
you. Good to know. Sure you'll never mention it again.
Never.
Rating, Liberation of Undermined.
A really successful first night in the new raid, although it was a little subdued as we were all still processing Conti's loss.
Yeah.
And his presence was missed during the raid.
Yes.
Not least of all was the fact that Conti decided he wanted to be a mage this time round, so I gave up being a mage and am now a healer, and now we don't have a mage, so no arcane intellect. So I'm feeling very sad about that, and I'm not playing my beautiful Storm.
Mm-hmm.
So very sad about that too. I won't hold it against you though, Conti.
We got the first 3 bosses down in normal and then ran out of time.
Well,
So
we were
were
very happy with that.
Vexy, Cauldron of Carnage, and Rick Reverb.
Yes, that was very.
Didn't have
very
any
good.
real trouble.
We had a couple where
We had a couple of goes on each.
there's a couple where we just had to like learn the mechanics really.
Yep, that
But
was all it was.
Rick Reverb was probably I think the hardest one. Was that the hardest one or the
I
second
guess,
one?
yeah. No, that was the third one, the sound one.
Is the Cauldron of Carnage the one where you had to swap? That took a little bit to get used
T-Rex
to.
versus Gorilla.
Yeah. So that took us a little bit used to doing the swap without
Yeah.
without dying, because as everyone's running around, the
We just had to work out
healers aren't all in range.
what group runs to what side and
Yeah.
that sort of thing, but it was pretty good.
Yeah, no, it was good. But anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
LFR.
Yes, LFR. So we decided we'd do LFR so we could have a look at it. That was foolish.
Yeah, well, we only did one boss in the end
So
anyway.
we walked in and there's like, it's already on. We're like, where are we? We're trying to figure out where to go. There's mobs everywhere still.
Well, firstly,
and people are dying left, right, and
only
centre.
the first wing was open, which is weirdly boss 2 and 3.
Yes.
Cauldron of Carnage and Rick Reverb.
Yes. So that was confusing, and then already one was done, but we're like, when did that happen? Where was that? Oh, I've got to sneeze, sorry.
Cauldron of Carnage had already been done. And then we did Rick Reverb.
Yes,
so we only did one boss.
It was all very confusing.
We'll go in again.
Yeah.
It should be two
Now
wings now.
Yes, it should be 2 wings.
Yep.
And we're going to do some exploring on story mode so that we can kill Gallywicks.
Yes, and finish our campaign.
Yes. So
the
we
gear
can do
report.
6:36.
Both of us.
Yes. I was behind.
Had a ton of
I was
opportunity.
in front, then I was behind. Now we're the same, and I'm happy with that.
Yep. You know, guys, if you could find the time to like and subscribe on YouTube, which you're watching right now, if you weren't aware.
Comment. Give us some feedback.
That would really help us
what you
out.
think.
Give us a provisional thumbs up now, just while I'm going through this.
Moscato, for those that are wondering.
And I will remind you later to remove it if we haven't delivered the quality you require. I'm sure we will.
Comment on what your favourite Friday night wind down drink is.
Sure. On the socials?
Yes. Follow us on YouTube, right where you are right now, at Bind on Equip Wow. Instagram, at Bind on Equip Wow, which you won't see much there, but you might find a post on the threads under the same name.
Yeah.
And Facebook, at Bind on Equip.
And I'm not even going to mention the other one anymore.
Oh, no funny.
No. Fuck him.
Corrupt arsehole.
And you know what? Look, this t-shirt is now a collector's edition t-shirt.
Oh, no.
You can work out why.
Up to you.
Had it for a long time, this t-shirt. It's vintage and collectors.
So the last time we recorded...
Yes, your work it out temp.
I had to
sort
order...
it out.
I had to order 5 different expansions.
I think they were the even editions.
Yes. So it was Dragonflight, Battle for Azeroth, Cataclysm, Burning Crusade,
Now you've
and
just
Warlords,
given away Medi's order there.
which is Medi's
Could
rankings.
have read them in opposite order and then said, Medi's hit us up.
Medi hit us up, and
He's
these
got
were his
Dragonflight
rankings.
as his best of the evens. Then Battle for Azeroth, Cataclysm, Burning Crusade and Warlords. But he said, tough to rank as I love them all in their own way. Warlords was the first time I got all classes to max level. Well done.
Nice. Yes, and I think that was real. It is really hard to rank them, I think. Older hit us up because we've just been out for dinner with him last time. It's been so long, and we do explain why a little bit further down. Forward promote there. Yeah. Keep listening.
Old says, it was great catching up with you guys. Glad to hear you recovered your car okay.
Yes, because we got it out of that park.
I will use again. I think that might be my preferred place to park now.
Snowy said,
Let's take some cash.
I'm looking forward to the guild neighbourhood. Me too. Leaving my house to see Wem wandering down the street. No pants if you're
sitting in a
gutter.
home.
Not sitting
muttering.
in a gutter. No pants, definitely.
Pants on head. And here, what was his ordering
His
of
rankings?
the even expansion?
He went Dragonflight, as did Medi. Then Burning Crusade, which is, I think, Burning Crusade there at number 2.
It was pretty bloody
contentious.
good. It was good.
Oh, Fel Reaver ruined it forever. Battle for Azeroth.
It had the greatest dungeon ever.
Which one?
Karazhan.
Oh, was that?
The greatest dungeon ever.
Oh, see, I think Ice Crown
OG.
Citadel. You mean raid, or is it? No,
it was a dungeon first.
Wasn't it? I thought it was a raid first. No, it was a raid first.
Was it a raid? Was it a 10-man?
No, actually, no. I think it was a 5-man. We used to do it with Tersh.
I remember.
No, I think it was a raid.
I remember
So
going
he's
in there.
screaming at his screen right now. It was a raid first.
I remember going in there when Witch and I joined Sonic Death
Monkeys.
Monkey for a while, which was a hardcore guild, and having to prove myself as a boomkin before they would let me do anything.
It was definitely a raid.
It.
It was a raid first. Now it's a
Like
dungeon.
boomkin, mate.
Anyway, then Battle for
Azeroth.
Then Warlords of Draenor.
Yep.
And then Cataclysm,
Okay.
which it's completely different to Medi, so that's really interesting.
Yeah. And then referring to the Greek place.
The dinner we went out with Old, he said, "Is that the Greek place we went to with the plant pots on the ceiling, or another one?" Other one, that one was one of the Australian MasterChef's restaurants, and you could barely see in there.
Although it's now owned by the same one that we went to.
I hate restaurants
that are dark.
That are so like.
You have to admit you're old and use your phone to read the menu.
I don't mind it if it's like a candlelight romantic. That Greek place is not candlelight romantic.
No, it wasn't.
It's just fucking dark, and you can't see the menu. Like you literally can't read it.
Absolutely.
So I hate restaurants like that. Anyway, this is a different one. It's right in the middle of the city and it's way more celiac friendly.
Well, they're both celiac friendly now because they're both owned by stalactites.
Well, there you go.
Let's move it into the news. I've got just a couple of items.
Alrighty.
There we go. A teaser went out this week to say that BlizzCon returns in 2026.
Have they gone back to... Are they just doing every second year now? Is that their plan?
Well, I don't know.
Because it was last year, wasn't it?
It was last year.
Yeah.
They decided they weren't going to do one this year.
Left me stiffly.
You're on the gear. BlizzCon is back. The ultimate celebration of our games and the community that unites us is returning to the Anaheim Convention Centre Saturday 12th of September and Sunday 13th of September in 2026.
That's early. Wasn't BlizzCon November?
It's been a few different times.
Interesting. Patch 11.1.5.
Expected release date.
Can I just say, we've just got this one. Why are we talking about the next one?
Well, the splash screen's been revealed in the first build on the PTR, suggesting the content update will go live before the Children's Week World event begins, which happens on the 28th of April, which is a Monday, so it's likely that patch 11.1.5 will launch at least 1 week before that. So the expected release date is April 22 in North America and 23 in Europe and Australia. Since new patches typically go live on Tuesday in North America and Wednesday in Europe and Australia. This also aligns with Blizzard's intent to have content updates happening around every 8 weeks between patches.
It's too fast.
They
I can't keep up. I cannot keep up.
Yeah. What?
The last one with the little half one was
10.1, 10.0.5.
11.0.5.
And then there was 10.0.7.
11.0.5.
11.07 and 5.
They were okay.
Yeah.
But I just find it like...
Depends what's in it, I guess. If there's not too much in it.
It's like I'm running.
That's all the news that I grabbed this week because we've got a lot of other stuff. So let's move it into real life.
Did you answer the question of life? What are we doing here?
My work has been a little bit nutty.
Yes, it has.
There's major roadworks on the freeway from our depot heading to the wharf and the city. And the wharves themselves have been crazy as well. So I've been working later and taking longer to get home, which is super annoying.
The longer to get home is out of control. It's now up near the 2-hour mark, which is just craziness.
Considering it takes me like 38 minutes to go to work. Yes.
Yes. And I know you don't go in peak, but really it shouldn't take more than double to get home. Anyway.
Don't get me started.
We have had my great aunt staying with us for the last couple of weeks.
Yes, that's why we missed
recorded for a little while.
Recording.
And I love having her here with us. My mum and this aunt were very close. And they were only a few months apart in age. She was a change of life baby, and my mum was the eldest of the eldest. So being only a few months apart, they grew up together. And so I always feel closer to my mum when she's around. So it was nice to have her here for a couple of weeks. Work is crazy busy, but we just had a long weekend last week and that was really nice. And I'm having a personal leave day on Monday to look after Bubba Theo. Hello, Bubba.
Hey, Bubba.
Well, Princess and Plaguebringer have to go to a funeral, so sad for them, but I get a day off to play with Theo, so that'll be nice.
Yeah.
And then to make up for having a day off, I have a meeting on Tuesday, a 2-hour-long meeting on Tuesday, and 2 meetings on Thursday.
That's great.
That's how you enjoy your days off, not.
Are they like night time? Are they going to disrupt my personal time with you?
So Tuesday's in the morning.
Easy.
Thursday, one is later, and one is in the afternoon.
How rude.
So the Thursday one's on gender equity, so I'm quite looking forward to that.
Right.
And then we've been spending time looking at our Saturdays. We've been spending time looking at places for sale for Deddy and his partner. I don't know what we call her. We could just call her Molly, I guess.
Frame.
As they look for their own place to buy, which has been really exciting and loads of fun for us, but pretty stressful for them. But they'll get there.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, so that's really good fun.
All right, let's see if there's something we need to discuss.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
So the season 2 underway. What?
I had a tissue.
Oh, season 2's underway. Do you want me to just rattle off these 4 things and then we'll just talk, or do you want to go through them one at a time? The intro quests.
Long.
Thoughts on the new zone? Hate it.
Hate it. Hate the
I
goblin
don't
zone.
mind it.
Hate it.
Navigating around.
I didn't find navigating a problem.
No. And the drive system.
I hate it.
Go.
I don't use it.
Unleash.
I hate goblin zones
You
as
mentioned.
a rule. This one's no different. I hate the car. I can't drive it. I get in. I've tried it a couple of times and I literally smash into something and can't get out every time.
Sure.
Within about 5 seconds. The quest chain was far longer than we're used to for, I guess we were thinking about like half patches and 0.07, which was just a mini patch.
Yeah.
But it was long. It was longer than I was expecting. Yeah.
It is a
that's my
major-
thoughts so far. I really can't see myself spending much time there now that I've done that. I don't know why I would want to. Most of the rewards I'm going to outgear. There's no recipes to collect. I don't think that I've noticed.
Let it go.
So most of it's just cosmetic stuff.
Yep.
So I'm not really interested.
It's a reasonably long campaign, made longer by having to do it in short bursts like we did. The car is okay. It doesn't excite me. So it's no more than a quick way to get around. I'm feeling a bit like a Grinch being ho-hum about housing and driving, but I don't think it's wrong if you love it. It's not something that I love.
Housing, you're wrong about. Driving, 100% accurate.
As far as the zone's concerned, I don't mind it.
It took a little while to
I don't
get
hate
used
goblins
to
like you do.
the roads, and you know how there's that sort of like there's that swampy area. It
Yeah.
took a bit to navigate around that, but I think we've got it now.
What about the quests where you do the Amazon-style deliveries and stuff? You don't have to do that in their car.
No,
You can do it on your mount,
Which I
where
do.
you get the green arrow on your head.
I don't mind.
I quite enjoyed
I
that.
don't
That
mind
was a
that.
bit of fun.
But it's like for what?
Yeah, true. But you could say that about anything.
No, but last time there's like the rep rewards were like good.
Okay,
I think they're a bit ho hum.
sure.
Anyway, just my thoughts. I didn't think there was anything. I think we're going to quickly outgear those rewards before we get to the
Possibly.
level,
I won't really feel sad if we do.
which it always has. I don't find as engaging, say, as in the Dragonflight, the Arden World, the Dream place.
Right.
That was amazing. I loved
Yeah.
going out there. I loved doing that tree thing.
That felt... Do you think that was bigger than this?
No,
It was, because we could fly around in that. You had to fly.
there's
This
no
is
difference
like-
between flying and driving.
Yes, it's not the same size.
I don't
No.
think so. But
No
anyway,
way.
whatever.
All right, let's, before we go, have another game of Sorted Out Tempest, which now has an intro and another great song by Jimmy the Human.
Ooh.
Can somebody get me God on the phone? I think I need some answers.
Thanks.
All right, Sorted Out Tempest. I'm going to give Temp 5 things I need her to put in order of importance, preference, or any other way she sees fit.
Yes, go.
This week, the 5 things are your unleveled classes.
Oh, they're mine.
Yep.
Okay.
Warrior,
Yep.
Hunter, Shaman, Monk, Paladin. Put them in order.
Okay. Top of the list will be my shaman, who is my next to be leveled.
Shaman at number 1.
And then I will put my hunter next.
Okay.
Not for any good
Hunter,
reason.
Number 2.
I don't mind playing a hunter, but because I've got my Zooey pet on there, now I have to go find a Conti style pet, which I'll have to think about for a while.
Yeah.
Put on there. So far I've got a Zooey and a
GD.
GD pet. So now
Me too.
I'll have to think about
I don't know what you would
Conti
have
pet.
for Conti.
I'll have to think about it. Maybe an owl or something, because he had to get up in the middle of the night to play
Yes.
with us. Okay, so that's what have I got?
Warrior,
Shaman,
monk, and paladin left.
Shaman and hunter. Put monk at the bottom. I freaking hate them.
Now, can I suggest to you to do the thing that I've done, although I like monks, other specs, but healing on a monk is hella fun.
Nah.
It's crazy fun.
No, I'll never get over the fact that I used to use that skill and used to send me.
You know,
Yes, I do know.
I think I speak on behalf of Kai and myself when I say
There's a glyph for that.
there's a glyph for that. 3 and 4, warrior and paladin.
I'm going to put paladin at 4, and normally it would be lower.
Yeah,
And
which means warrior at number 3.
which is really high for the warrior, because I really don't. I never level my warrior. Never.
Interesting.
I don't think I've leveled my monk either.
Interesting. I see a project in our future.
And the paladin slightly above the DK, which will never ever 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 be leveled.
Yeah, I didn't even bother putting the DK in there.
The DK I played so that I could I played for, I don't know, half an hour, so that I could get those cool sunnies. So on my DK, that's the only time I played her outside of the starting zone. So
you've gone shaman, hunter, warrior, paladin, monk. Very harsh on the monk from you. They're a great healer, and they don't have that skill as a healer.
I wouldn't know. We don't have a monk in our.
I know. It's sad.
We don't have a monk or a monk. Bloody nonky.
I like playing my monk in all specs, but I've just fallen in love with the heal.
Well, nonky used to like healing and DPS.
It's just great.
If he would just go back to his monk and heal,
It's really great.
I could go back to my mage.
Sure. Alrighty. Let's go back to our normal
Regular screen.
picture. Words of wisdom to leave the listeners with this week. I will say enjoy the people you like having in your life, because you never know how long they'll be there for.
Yeah, and it can be all too sudden.
Yep.
All too
So
sudden.
look around and appreciate the people you need to
And
appreciate.
tell them, so that you don't regret not being able to say, I wish I'd said. I know I sent Conti a couple of direct messages in that last few days, and just said that we were thinking of him, and that everyone was sending them his love, and he was really appreciative of all of the support. So I'm glad that he knew that we were all thinking of him and wishing him well.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we've come to the end of another episode of Bind and Equip. We've clocked over we're just going to hit the 35-minute mark.
Snack size.
Oh,
A bit longer than snack size.
Average.
Not long.
Yep, so now's the time to unlike if you change your mind.
Do not.
Otherwise, smash it.
Smash the like, and please, please, please leave us a comment, even if it's to answer one of our questions, challenge one of my responses, disagree with my goblin take.
Tell us how awesome goblins are. I like them.
You'll never convince me. Never.
My monk is a goblin. There you go, I've doubled up on your
monk
two least liked things.
Is a goblin.
Yeah, she's really cool. She's a healer though. She's goth. Thanks for hanging out with us. Until next time, I'm Wembley.
I'm Tempest. See ya.
See you guys.